How's your brother doing?
It's pretty good. We had lunch last weekend. I think
Mm.
he's good.
Does he live around?
Does he what?
He lives around?
Yeah, he
How
lives in
often do you guys
Plano.
see? Oh, you kind of.
Once a week or every other week usually. We try to meet up with the family and I'll eat. Hey, that volcano stopped, so I feel a lot better. We're all good.
Okay.
Simple. Yeah. I saw my therapist in Dallas last week,
Mm-hmm.
and I think, I feel resolved on the whole issue. It's just one big coincidence. There's actually a hurricane over Hawaii right now, so it's the opposite. So I feel good. Just all one big thing. So I think I'm going to see him every week, and then, just work with him now. So that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Do you feel better?
Yeah, I feel great. Feel a sense of relief.
What did you guys talk about?
Just what's been going on over the past, I guess, since I saw him last in probably April, I want to say. May, June, July, August, 4 months or so. Just caught up, he's doing well. And he just asked me how I'm feeling. I told him about seeing you. And he asked about the pills. And then he was kind of, he, he, he was pretty reluctant. He was like, I don't think you should be on, you know, taking 2 of those pills a day. He's like, in fact, I think we should have you not take any of them and just see how it goes. and and so I agreed, and I think we're just going to do like cognitive behavioral therapy. I guess for whatever final issues to put the finishing touches on, my mind and sort of move on with my life, go back to work full time.
Did you tell your mom that?
No, just because she made this appointment, and I figured I would come in and talk to you first.
Who's that therapist suggesting not to take the medicine?
Foster. His last name's Foster. He knows me pretty well.
So are you still taking or you stop?
Yeah, no, I said I'd take it until I came to talk to you.
I suggest that you stay on it.
Okay. Why? Just because it's a process?
When you first came to me, I was the one that said, I'm not giving you medicine.
Yeah.
I don't think you needed one.
Uh-huh.
But the second time, James, trust me, the things you and I discussed,
Mm-hmm.
you needed to be on something. Let us continue to do it.
Okay.
Eventually, at some point, we might get you off of it,
Mm-hmm.
but it's too early.
Okay.
Too early. I appreciate you continuing to take the medication.
Yeah, sure. I wanted to do it the right way.
Come and see me and talk to me about it.
Mm-hmm.
But the therapist might know you better.
Mm-hmm.
Ultimately, your mom lives with you, and she knows you better.
She actually doesn't, just so you know.
I didn't know you better.
Yeah.
And we had a talk, and I was the one that convinced your mom, and I said, you know what, because you're a pretty smart guy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have a brain of, I don't know, man, you're a smart person. And when I first met you, and I was like telling your mom, no, your mom was like, nah, and I was like, no, this guy doesn't need anything.
Mm-hmm.
But the discussion that followed,
Yeah.
after that, prompted me to think that you really needed to be on something.
Okay.
And I really would prefer for you to continue taking the medication
Okay.
until we can decide, okay, I think it's time.
That's fair.
But the best thing for you to do will be to continue seeing a therapist, discussing the issues and everything else, and taking your medicine. It's a beautiful combo.
Okay. Cool.
How's the business?
It's okay. I really haven't been working at it too much to grow it.
How long have you been with this therapist for?
2016. 2 years.
sleeping okay?
Yeah, really well.
Appetite is good.
Yep.
And you still paying out of pocket?
Yeah.
How much does it cost you?
I'm not paying for it. She is.
Your mom's.
Yeah, this is her campaign.
She here today?
No.
So what has come up of those godly ideas?
There's no God. Doesn't exist. In my mind. I mean, it's my own personal belief. It has nothing to do with anyone else.
Okay.
Yeah. It was just a theory that God existed and that was his path. Since it didn't track out, then there's no God in my mind. Simple.
Okay.
It was more of a scientific experiment than anything.
What about the belief that you were sharing with me last time?
That everyone's going to die?
Mm-hmm.
Hell, it all stopped once that volcano stopped.
Okay.
Yeah, that was it. Because it was written in like some chapter in Revelation that there was, some like sea of glass and fire, which I was like, well, that's the volcano. It won't stop, I guess. And since it did, I don't have to worry about it.
Which volcano?
The one in Hawaii.
Okay. So
There's the opposite. It's a hurricane there now. It's like total opposite,
What do you think is coming next?
What do you mean?
What's the next thing in the chapter of your life?
Just go back to work full time, make a bunch of money. That's it. What else is there to do?
So during the volcano, walk me back again to what your belief was.
At the final part of, I guess it's Revelation 15, at the beginning of that, it says there's a sea of glass and fire, sea of glass mingled with fire. So on that day, when the lava first hit the Pacific Ocean, that was exactly 7 years to the day after this guy made a prediction that the world was going to end. He was wrong. There was a 7-year period, and at the final day of that 7-year period is when that lava hit the Pacific Ocean. Okay. Generally, Protestant beliefs, they believe in some sort of rapture that happens over a 7-year period when the second coming comes and kicks off like the end of days, Battle of Armageddon. So then the idea was, once that volcano hit, if you flip the page and turn to Revelation 16, there's 7 bowls of God's wrath. One of them is the Euphrates dries up, which is happening or is almost dry now. The second is, or one, I'm not doing this in order, but the second one was there's a angel that goes in the sun and can scorch men with fire. That was the heat wave that was happening, plus all the wildfires that were happening or whatever. And I think there was, let's see, what else? There's like lightning, hail, which we see hailstorms, drought. Basically, the whole book of Revelation is a climate change prediction. And if you look at it, everything leading up to chapter 15 is kind of the setup of technology over the last 150 years, building, through the Industrial Revolution and pollution, a case for climate change, because that's driven by man's technology. And once you get to chapter 15, that's the volcano, and then 16 is everything that we were seeing up until the volcano stopped. So all the headlines that you see and all of the sort of disasters of heat waves and all these abnormal temperature increases globally is Revelation chapter 16. And what happened, the theory was, it states that there's some antichrist character who's in power for 3.5 years before he's, pulled from power. That would have been Donald Trump starting January 20th of 2006.